Your ritual!
How long could it possibly take to pay for by getting a
do you think that went?
What do I think? You know what I think? I think you're all fired.
Oh, thank
shit. Do I feel like a kingpin right now? Do I? I'm all here by myself in the studio hanging out. Hey, do me a favor. Check out Lowbrow Saints Tattoo Collective. Brand new location, really right down the street from their last location, 3456 Minnehaha Avenue, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Contact for availability via Instagram.com/Lowbrow Saints. They could use some love right now. Like I said, they've had their doors closed for a little while due to some technical stuff with the landlord at the first place. They moved down the block, and with everything going on in the Twin Cities, their inspectors and everybody took their sweet ass time getting in there to check their spot out. And now you got all of the craziness going on in town. They could really use some help. If you dare to get some tattoo work, if you live in Minneapolis, support local business, support all the local businesses. This is what the podcast is about here, supporting local businesses, local bands, sharing the love, spreading the love, all that other good stuff. Also, much love to the fellas at the Shred Den, Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., 9100 85th Avenue North, Suite 100, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, 763-350-2191. You can look them up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or www.theshredden.net. And, obviously the studio is brought to you by the Shred Den. .net as well. We appreciate them very much. They do great work. Very cool cats. Don't forget local bands. You can bring your stuff down there and sell your stuff, your CDs, your T-shirts, all that good stuff. They can sign all that stuff down at the Shred Den. Make sure you get it over there. There are people that go through there and check this stuff out, man. I'm telling you what. I know that a lot of the guests right before the show, they'll go down there and check things out. If you're looking for some logo work, do me a favor, Narwhal Design Solutions, Justin Boney, Facebook, Instagram, the World Wide Web, Narwhal Design Solutions at justinboney@gmail.com. This dude has done all kinds of fantastic work for people all over the music scene, the beer scene, the weed drink scene. This dude has done and designed tons and tons of stuff, pro bono stuff for, these big. He's done some cool stuff, man. And Justin is a sweetheart of a guy, a hell of a bass player. The Den of Thieves, they've been on this podcast. I'm actually playing one of their songs in a little bit here. Fantastic dude, Justin Boney, Narwhal Design Solutions. Please look him up, and if you can, contribute. Fucking look him up. Get some cool stuff for your business, for your podcast, whatever you need. Welcome. I am solo in the studio. I'm kind of all over. Look I got big head cameras all over the place. Just hanging out here with all kinds of cameras, chilling with all kinds of great music. Let me see here. Episode 350. 350. Jesus, I'm jumping all over the place. 336 is where we're at right now. That first song I played was Ghost Made Cellophane, The Process. Oh, the Procession. I'm sorry. Jesus. They were on episode 320. No shows, looking like no shows right now. They are still looking for a permanent drummer. If you're a drummer looking to do some stuff in the vein of Ghost Made Cellophane, super cool cats, really talented dudes, and they've got a unique sound, man. Not a lot of people in the Twin Cities are doing the stuff that they're doing. After that, we played Sex Hail, Life of Scum. Their album release party is tomorrow, actually, the 31st of January at the Stone Arch Glass Studio, 31 Buchanan Street, Northeast in Minneapolis. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., 21 plus show, $10 cover. Exhale's a sweet dude, man. He's super cool cat. Got to meet him through the guys when he played with Blue Felix. A really, really good, talented glass blower as well. I think he's got a ton of stuff at the Hideaway. I think his glass brand is out there. Minnesota legit, I believe, something like that. But their Dumpster Fire vinyl release is tomorrow, again at Stone Arch Glass Studio in Northeast over there. And the third song that we played was Trigger Armada. I'm sorry, let me jump back. Sex Hail episode was 324. Go check that one out. That was a fun one with Reverend John on there. who also plays, who is the manager in the video as well. So and did the video. So that's pretty cool. After that was Trigger Armada Kingpin. They are playing March 7th at Can Wonderland with Red Fletcher and Last Shot at Redemption. That's all I have for info on that one. I believe that's all I have for, like, I don't know if it's 21 plus or whatever, but you can go to their Facebook, check it out, look up these shows, write them down, whatever you need to do. I'll be running and talking about shows pretty much this entire time. I did have a guest booked for today, and they just weren't able to make the show, that ended up having to cancel, which is kind of worked out for me, because I've been meaning to do a solo thing here, just to showcase some more of this music that I get left here with me after a guest does an episode. I've been really trying to put a little bit more effort in doing. I love it when they have videos that I can incorporate into the show. It's amazing. And then the now playing cards that I've been making lately, and it's just been a fun thing to be more creative with the podcast, and I really dig it. So I wanted to give mad love to these guys that have been on the show. Trigger Armada, if I didn't mention, was episode 327. I had really no idea of who. I've heard the name of these guys. Same with Ghost Made Cellophane. Bands that I had heard the name of just in passing through the music scene and sharing flyers of people's bands. Now, I just want to put this out here. I love to do this for folks, and I love sharing other people's stuff. And if I see it, if it's in my feed or in my cycle at all, and I see it, I will share it. If I don't see it, and you want me to put it in my little share circle thing that I do all the time, send it to me or get a hold of me and introduce yourself. Let me know what you're up to, what you're playing. If I haven't heard your band, send me some tracks. Like, introduce me and introduce yourself to me. I would love to continue extending this network. This podcast has been a beautiful thing for that, and spreading the love and letting people know about these first three bands I played are phenomenal bands. Again, Ghost Made Cellophane is looking for a drummer. If you're in the market for a gig, these guys are fantastic. Sex Hail, again, their shows tomorrow at the Stone Arch Glass Place. Trigger Armada, March 7th at Can Wonderland. All three fantastic bands. Ghostmade and Trigger Armada, again, like I said, bands that I'd heard in passing but hadn't had a chance to see it live. I haven't been going out to shows a lot lately, and that is kind of unfortunate. And I know that there's a lot of bullshit going on in the Twin Cities, and a lot of people are worried, and a lot of people are shook up by the whole thing. And you have every right to be. It's been crazy around here, so I know that these bands are not going to stop putting out beautiful music and putting these shows together. So be diligent, man. Do whatever you got to do to make yourself safe. Make sure, if I can say this, man, if you need time to just take a frickin' break from social media and everything that's going on right now, give yourself some mental time to actually breathe a little bit and take some time for yourself, regroup, refocus, take in some of this beautiful metal, watch some podcasts, hang with your family, show some love to your homies, give the flowers to the people that deserve it, man. It is very important, especially in these times right now. It is important for everybody to work together and be helping each other out. I appreciate you guys tuning in very much. I've got a ton of shit that I want to just kind of bullshit about, actually. I wanted to I want to kind of chuckle about the Exhale, the Sex Hail video, Life of Scum, the second song that I played here. Who the hell uses a talk box these days, man? Like he was channeling his best Peter Frampton. I love that he brought that shit back, man. Rock and roll, classic rock and roll, like hair metal. I don't know, man. I really enjoy his spin on music in general, man. He's just a wild cat. Exhale. If you guys can make it out to the show tomorrow, please do. They deserve the support for sure. But yeah, those cats are good folks, man. Let me see here. I wanted to kind of just throw some shit around. Now, I wanted to kind of show something here. I made an example of something I think that bands should do these days, and I kind of have like a list of things, and I don't know if this is just me being kind of a weirdo, and I'll just go through them real quick. But there was one band that I was actually want to make as an example of here, and I'm going to go to this screen here so you can see. So I was always talking about bands that I think what you should do if you're an up-and-coming band or a band that has been out there for a little while, okay? I think that it's important for you to, if you're booking shows at any time, you should have a folder on your Facebook page. Now, this is a perfect example because I was looking for their logo earlier this week. I was just messing with the logo, and I wanted to mess with kind of an intricate logo that I had messed with before. Okay, now this is what I was trying to get at here. Bands should have this at their see this folder right here, the logo folder. See how simple this is? I brought this up on many podcasts, and this is like. I put this as zero, a logo, black and white logo, and show Glutton's page as an example is what I wrote down. Now you go to Glutton's page. Now it's just one of their logos, but it is such a simple logo that if I was booking a show or I was making a flyer and they were on my show and I didn't want to bug them because everybody knows fucking, we're all busy, folks. We got a lot of things, especially musicians. We got lots of shit going on. Everybody's trying to do everything a million times over, right? You're trying to get a ton of shit done. Make a folder on your Facebook with just a basic logo. If you have multiple logos, do something like this where somebody could take a logo or like a picture of the band, like a recent band photo of your band, correct? And you throw a logo on it. So you got both, right? So you got a band photo with the logo and then you got a regular logo. Simple, easy tip for anybody out there doing it. Doing music, doing anything. Putting it together, booking shows at any facet, at any fucking time. It is like a no-brainer. You have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to go and you have to do this shit. It's so easy. And that's why I like looking for Glutton's logo the other day just to kind of monkey with it. I was like, I don't want to bug Rob or any of the guys in the band to get a logo. I just checked because Rob and I were joking about this one day, and I go to the Glutton page, and sure as shit, there it was, and I took the logo and I used it, and I've been messing with it. So, just a tip for people. I kind of want to throw these out here and see, if you're in the chat, you want to kind of throw it back. Tell me I'm out of my fucking mind or whatever. But here's the thing too. Okay, so I got number one here. So if you're booking as a band, or you're trying to get out there, right? You're trying to like. Just start, right? Putting shit together, right? Have a bill idea and a list of venues ready to go. Do your research. What venues are open? So what are you trying to do for bands? What are you trying to book for a bill? Will this fit at this particular club? Do your research. Figure that stuff out. Like, it's super important to have your ducks in a row when you're ready to put a show together. Like, say you've already been out here doing shows and planning things already. It is not a bad idea to have an idea for a bill right out the bat. I want X, Y, and Z bands on a 4-band bill. You have them locked up, right? You contacted them, right? They'll be like, okay, yeah, yes or no. They'll want to do it. You want to contact the bands that are on that pro level that are going to get back to you in a fashionable time to say, yes, I'm down, no, I'm down. Kind of throw down some ideas where you are in the calendar. I also have this marked down as well. Do your research, as far as dates. Like, it is pretty much unavoidable. Like, you can't not book over somebody. Okay, in the Twin Cities, if in your music scene alone, right? And not just the Twin Cities, but all over the fucking place. Wisconsin, all over the Midwest, all over the fucking place. If you're in a band, this happens all over the place, okay? Do your research. Figure out if your homies' bands are playing down the block, right? You don't want to book over your homies band, but if there's people that are, in different genres, try not to worry about them. Try not to do that type of shit. But your homies and people that support your band, honestly, it is the easiest thing to touch base with your homies. Make sure that they're not playing at a certain time. If they're not on your bill or not part of this bill that you're putting together, like, make sure you're not fucking over your boys, man. You know what I mean? Try not to book over each other. I mean, you're going to, no matter what. Just try to like avoid and minimize your losses when it comes to that stuff. Don't book over it. Locals that respect you and you respect and you support. Like, it is very important to do that. Like, you can't please everybody. That is one of the biggest things that I could ever give as an advice to anybody. You can't please everybody with the shit, but to minimize the losses of everything, booking and knowing what bands draw well, the same style, what's going to go do well in this club. Maybe all ages doesn't do well for a band that's a drinking band that's in the bars all the time. Maybe you're not going to do well with the all ages unless you book with a younger band that's going to give you that opening to that thing, right? It's going to help you as a band if you open that, do your research, get things down. Those are two solid. Yes. There you go. Check on your boys. Yeah, dude. In these times, for sure, you got to check on your boys for sure. I agree with you. The Beardo is in the house. 612 Metalhead. Thank you for joining us. Jeff, how's it going, buddy? Long time no see. I appreciate you joining us. Simothwa in the house. Appreciate you. Trigger Armada is in the house. Thank you for joining in the chat. I appreciate you. The main man, Craig the Beard Rosen, is in the house. I appreciate you guys very much for showing up. I am just talking trash. I wrote down some topics, things that what's funny is, Craig, you said that, and my second one is touch base with your homies or peer bands that will be pro to get back to you in a timely manner. That's funny that you say that, but that was my next thing is if you're planning on doing some shows and you're trying to make good on a venue, super important to do your fucking research, man, and just kind of have an idea of what bands are playing in what time frames. Like, I've seen people booking shows recently, and it made absolutely no sense with two clubs. One club for example, is the Amsterdam. They've just started really letting more local acts come in there, which I absolutely love, but it's just crazy to me that someone would book a show a week and a half to 2 weeks prior to playing the Amsterdam and expect those turnouts to be okay and not have bad repercussions over it. I actually reached out to somebody, and I obviously am not going to call anybody out on it, and I mentioned it on a previous podcast, but here's the thing is, like, being there for the, supporting the homies and going to the shows and, like, sharing things and supporting and flyering and whatever you could possibly do to push every band around you and especially the homies. But, making sure you don't book over anything, making sure you got guys that are going to get back to you in a timely fashion, making sure that you're, everybody's like on the same page to move forward. Why work with people who are not on the same page you are? You're not going to achieve anything. They're going to drag you down. And unfortunately, that's going to be some people that could be close to you, if you want to, like, make shit happen, you kind of have to cut the fat sometimes. So just, surrounding yourself with people that are more business orientated than being out here partying all the time and shit. If you're trying to make something of music, and if Natanic is in the chat, he's rolling his eyes and laughing because I'm talking about local bands. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man. So rattling on and on. Have said homies or peer bands cleared and ready for said bill. Better to have the bill built in and your plan in action. I'm going to be going back and forth on these because it's super important that you have the plan of action and you're on the same page with people. make sure your band or bands on said bill are all ready to promote this show like it's the last one. And this one I have in capital letters. Make sure the bands know no damn shows 2 weeks to a month out. Make sure every show counts. I can't say how important that is, especially right now. The oversaturation, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Now, if you're about to release some material, obviously you're going to want to be in people's faces with it. And there's so many different ways that people are doing that these days, where they're either making videos, lyric videos, they're releasing or re-releasing some of the old stuff, so it's popping up in your feed, so people have their band in your name, or in your band's name on their mind. That's what I meant to say. So as you're releasing stuff, and I really like these bands that have been like spoon feeding it. Damonot comes to mind off the top of my head. Red Vinter is another one that comes to the top of my head, where as they're releasing songs, they're slowly trickling them out before they do the release party. So people are actually getting a chance to enjoy some of them before the actual release party. And I mean, really, you could take advantage of that and really, your fans could really enjoy it. You can have people interacting with the show and having fun with it. That is the best part about it. So I really dig the fact that people are trying different methods to get their music out and get their things out and popping. Now, when you're booking shows 2 weeks apart on one, in St. Paul or Minneapolis, and expecting good outcomes on either one of them, you're really kicking yourself in the dick on that. I've tried to see this a few times. Now correct me if I'm wrong, anybody that's in the chat that's in a band, have you ever made a calendar with your band's dates on it? Now, I've always thought that it's a bad idea to have multiple dates on a calendar. I've always said that, in my opinion, it's always been a bad thing, because this is how I look at it. You're giving people too many options to say yes or no they're going to show up to your show. So if they haven't seen you in 5 months and all of a sudden you come back out and you play, once every 2 weeks, right? They have, or once every, people have choices to say, nah, I'm not going to see you this time. Now they got 2 more choices. Say you put 3 shows out there. They don't go to the first show. I got 2 more chances to see them, right? And then, it comes up again and it's cold that day and they're like, fuck it, I still got 1 more chance. You're giving them chances to get outs. And each time they make the out, they make it okay for the next out, right? That's how I look at it. So I think that it's kind of funny. If any bands have had any, I mean, obviously I'm going to be moved past this by the time anybody hears this in the chat, but do you think that it affects anybody at all when you put your calendar out there? I feel like that it would. And obviously, you don't want to, again, drag your dick on somebody's leg. They're playing down the street, or, you're tripping up. You're not putting your best foot forward to show what you can do to this club. Like, hey, I can draw a bunch of people to this club. If you do this every single time, you're actually, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. It's going to be a bad deal all the way around. You know what I'm saying? That was number 4, man. Just making sure the bands on the bill know, that there's no booking so damn close to the show, and every show really does count. It's super important. And I think more bands should really focus on a lot of this stuff. All of the things that I've said so far, I feel like are pretty important when it comes to booking shows and putting things out there. Let me see here. Tanic. Why can't I comment on your stuff? I don't know. Are you not friends with him 100%, Craig? Because everybody gives Tanic a hard time. I mean, he's good shit. It ain't about the club. It's about the boys. Yeah, this is true. This is true, but I'll tell you what. If you can't bring people into the venue, then even if the boys don't show up to drink in the venue or to pay the cover, the bands don't get paid, the lights don't get turned on, that type of thing. So you're right. It's not about the club. It's about the boys. But here's the thing. It is about the club because if you're trying to do this in any facet of, I hate them, any facet of going out there and being productive musically, you definitely have to cater to the venue. Have you guys had enough of me yammering yet? You want me to play some more music? I think I'm actually going to play some more music. I've got a couple more. I've got actually a shit ton more music to play, and I want to make sure that I get through all of it this evening. So I am going to start this next one off with Den of Thieves, Judge Judy, and Executioner. After that, I'm going to do some Inhuman Scourge and some Reaping Asmodeus. So stick around. I got a whole bunch more yammering to do, so hopefully you'll stick around. I'll go through some more shows and everything too, so yeah.
the flesh begins to
Those guys are so freaking awesome. God, they're awesome. Love me some Reaping. That first tune that we played was Den of Thieves, Judge Judy, and Executioner. Those guys were on the podcast. Episode 328. After that was Inhuman Scourge, Mr. Whiteside's project, The Charnel Winds. No show info as of yet. I think they are actually in the in the writing process right now, trying to get some shit together. Reaping, they just released, I believe, I'm sorry, let me back up. I'm all over the place. I'm a little stoned right now, so don't pay attention to me. I'm going to mumble mouth here. Episode 329 was Inhuman Scourge with Mr. Whitesides. And then Reaping Asmodee was episode 330. Shattered Leviathan was the tune we played there. Those guys are playing at Rockfest July 16th. I'm sure that they will have more shows coming out with more details and everything. I'm sure these guys are they're hot. They're doing shit right now constantly. I felt really bad when they were on the podcast last time. They were just about to release their documentary, like an on the road documentary that they've been working on for a really long time. And the day that they were doing the sneak peek thing for it, the weather took a complete shit on them, and I just felt horrible about it. It was just bad news, man. But such is life, man. That is the way it is. Den of Thieves. Justin Boney is the bass player for Den of Thieves and Saimathwa. He was the cat in Throwing It Down. I wanted to kind of touch with those guys. I got a chance to check those guys out at the Myth for the Nuisance Show, that Sunday all-age thing that they did. What a fantastic get-together that thing was. Justin, God damn it, I cannot think right off the top of my head right now. Sound guy, Justin Beneke, has been doing sound at the Myth lately. He is one of the main cats that works with Nuisance all the time. He's been working with them for years. He put a local show together there. It is the first one that I've ever seen there that did what they did. Their numbers, they made their numbers. I hope they do another one. They had fantastic bands. Den of Thieves was one of those bands. These guys, like that video, they threw it down. They absolutely threw down. They sounded great. The Myth actually really impressed me with their lighting, and their sound was fantastic there. All the guys they had doing sound and lights all day were really amazing. All the bands were fantastic. I didn't get to... it was a Sunday night, so I wasn't able to stay the whole night, but what I did get to see was fantastic. So hopefully they do another one of those at the Myth. Aaron Whitesides, I just wanted to say I absolutely love that dude. I work with that guy, and I get to see him on a regular basis, and I yell out, "Hey, bro," just for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? Good dude working in the same area. I get to see him. The dude's been through hell and high water. He still puts out fantastic music. He's a great writer. He's getting better as he gets older. He's like fucking wine. He's doing some fantastic shit. I wanted to say thank you to Eric Fontaine for joining us from Fragged Out. And I wanted to say thank you again to Jeff from Saimathwa. And Keith Carlson, one of the guys who wrote We Rock the Twin Cities. Those guys have a fantastic book out. If you are interested in a bit of lore, a bit of history of the old music scene here in the Twin Cities, Keith and his father Dwayne put this book together. It's got a plethora of old bands, where they went project wise. They have a ton of history in this book. I know you can pick this stuff up at No Name and Down in the Valley, I believe, is two places. They were on episode 331, and I am going to be playing one of the songs that they selected and gave to me to play, just because it's old school and I fucking love it. And the fact that he gave us such a great selection to play that night, and the stories that they brought out from... His dad was a bouncer at the Mirage back in the day, so that is so cool because I used to work there too. And just running, he looks so familiar to me. I know that we've crossed paths before. We couldn't put our finger on it that night, but I know that we had because I was a fucking kid putting shows on there. But anyway, We Rock the Twin Cities book available at No Name Records and Down in the Valley. Check it out, or on their Facebook. Get a hold of them on their Facebook. A great piece of metal history. His dad's got some fantastic stories. Check out episode 331. Keith and Dwayne on there. Really good podcast with some really fantastic folks. I'm going to bounce over here to this screen, and we're going to go through some shows here. Daemonaut is having their CD release, Frame Dragging. They actually were on episode 334. Their frame dragging CD release show is tomorrow at Eagles 34. They did get a last minute replacement for a band that had to drop off. So Lunch Spectre is with them only time, and Damonot, that's tomorrow at 7 p.m. At Eagles 34. Here's the thing. If you don't know and you're looking for shows, you can go to my page. Look at right on the top up here. It'll tell you what the page is right here on the top. That's my personal page right there. You can go to this page, and I have these shows in chronological order. And I think the latest show I have is like October. So if you're looking for shows, so we've got the Frame Dragging CD EP release for Damonot tomorrow at Eagles 34. I already announced this one because we played the Sex Hail video. Sex Hail's Dumpster Fire vinyl release show. That is pressed into vinyl, melted into glass at Stone Arch Glass Studio, Northeast Minneapolis. 6 to 9 p.m. tomorrow. 21 plus show, $10 cover. I know they were selling pre-sale tickets, so they may or may not have some left. I know it's not a very big spot, so make sure you try to get some of them because you may want to check them shits out. All right, here we go. A Death of the Huron, January 31st at Amsterdam. That's tomorrow as well. Taste of Vervain, Yasilik and Wilbur. Doors at 6:30, 7 p.m. Music, $10 in advance. Day of the show is 15, 21 plus. That's right downtown St. Paul. If you are you in the area, gone over there and check that shit out. I don't think I need to really announce these shows. If you are in the city, First Avenue, you know their calendar. You can actually go to their calendar. I mean, very few and far between. You can see them up there. And again, you can go to my spot and always find these shows in chronological order. Riddles and Riots reunion show. It looks like it's at the Doghouse? Let's check it out. Yes, at the Doghouse. There you go, right there, 21 plus. 8 p.m. looks like. Looks like a good show there. Hey, we'll scroll down because it always bounces you back. I don't know what's with that with Facebook, but it bounces you back when you go into people's event pages. This one's a good one right here. February 7th or 6th, I'm sorry, 7 p.m. 21 plus. The F Hall, which they just did a podcast with me last week, 335, episode 335. February 6th, Jim Odegaard 1-year memorial show at Club Underground with Moloch Slag. Exquisite. And let me see here. Club Underground, right over there in Northeast. Let me see here. Looks like a Duluth show. Look at that. I love seeing this stuff right here. Bands that are in the Twin Cities, man. Look at this place right here. RT Quinlan's. If you're trying to get out of the Twin Cities, why not hit this place up? Try to book a show up there. There's obviously bands playing up there, trying to do some shit. Get out of Twin Cities. Go up to Duluth, go to Mankato, go places, do things, my friends. That's what it's all about. Sorrow Never Dies, Morrow, Impossible Prom Kings, doors at 7, music at 8. That's February 7th, 2026. RT Quinlan's up there in Duluth. Look at that, free, 21 plus. Fantastic. And another spot that you local bands here in the Twin Cities should be trying to get on your little map to go in a circle. You know what I'm saying? So Kiss Fight Underground till sundown. Midnight Kiss Fight Underground till sundown. And the Nevins at the Gopher February 7th in Duluth as well. Look at that. There's another spot in Duluth area. Here you go, folks. You're looking to book some shit. Get out of town. Do some stuff. Get out of here. Make a name for yourself. Have fun. Here we go. Looks like the Keller Bar. That's in St. Cloud. Look at that. I believe that Tempest is the person to contact for booking shows here at the Keller Bar Red Carpet, I believe. February 7th, Malachite, whatever. I'm horrible. I'm an idiot. Silent Halo, Sledge, Dustin's birthday party over Forward Keller Bar. It looks like 8:30 to look at Eric in the chats screams Dusty. Let me see here. Again, Tempest is putting these Bad Mama Jammas on. We're gonna click this because I like these flyers. I like doing this. And you get to see people being creative with this here. I love this. Doors are at 8:30. Music is at 9 p.m. Again, that is the 7th. I believe that's a Saturday. Metal and Industrial Night. $5 to make you holla. 21 plus. Bring your effing ID, folks. They ain't playing games up in her. They want you to come, but they want you to bring your ID. Okay, so just do that for them, so they're not kicking people and all that other happy stuff. Again, with the clicking it for. Want to go to the Monster Jam? It's February 7th as well. That's in Minneapolis. Look at that. Impaler, February 13th at the Turf Club. I want to click this because I want more information. What do we do? That's February 13th, 8 p.m. at the Turf Club. That is a Friday. 21 plus show. And that's it. It's just Impaler by themselves. Sure does look like it. Doesn't have any more information. Looks like just Impaler. Oh, Impaler with Fret Rattles, Bad Ideas, and Cobra Jets. See, I got to open up my eyes is what has to happen there. And again, with the event thing, going to get more information. This is the thing that I go through when I try to post other people's shows and they leave like things out and I can't get them. In Tundra, Demodium, Touch of Malice, Inaforethought. Hey, Inaforethought was on the podcast as well. I don't have that one written down, but I know that they were on. I don't have the Let me see here. I can actually go and find it probably. And Inaforethought was Brad Grimm with me. Lives. Brad Grimm in the Aforethought. Inaforethought. Where was it? Did I pass it? Yeah, right there. Here we go. Episode 322. Look at that right there on the old calendar. If you want to go watch that, that's the guys from Inaforethought. Amsterdam. Look at this. In Tundra, Demodium, Touch of Malice, Inaforethought at the Amsterdam, February 20th, 7 p.m. Love to hear that Tom Croxton is doing better. I love to hear that dude is feeling better. What a fantastic dude. What a big-hearted fella to have his heart worked on. So I'm glad that he's doing well. Eli says, Greg, what, my brother? I started listening to The Reaping. Effing awesome band. Missing you, bro. Much love. Thank you, Eli, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Again, Keith Carlson, thank you for tuning in as well. Eric, thank you very much for joining us in the chat. Let's keep going with these. Zymergy with another killer show, February 20th. Entries $15. It looks like a black metal fiasco over there. And this is another thing that I wanted to talk to people about. Now, I am an old school dude. You watch podcasts, you know I have a lot of old school dude kind of thoughts. So here's the thing. I love these scribble things right here, but I'm getting to the age where I can't really read it as well. Some of you guys hide your logo, your name of your bands in there so fucking well that I can't make it out. So this is exactly what I love to see. If you are putting a festival together and you've got all the scribbly logos you want, do us old bastards a favor, and us podcasters, and us guys who love to promote other people's shows. Do us a favor and let us help you, okay? Do this shit right here. Put what that name, where they're from is even cooler, because then if I want to go look that band up, I know what area they're from, and I can book them and kind of, throw them in the mix. I appreciate shit like this. Being an old dude, these squiggly line things look brutal. They look great, don't get me wrong. But what's killer is this shit right underneath here that actually says what the name of the band is so I can read it, so I can actually find it, right? Exactly, Keith. You got it right there, man. Pound sign, pound sign, pound sign, 1 million times over, dude. Band name for sure. That is a thing. So I really love this. I appreciate this. Zymergy, John and fucking Dustin, dude, thanks for doing that. It's awesome. These bands right here, Aposticum, Funerary Outlook, and Apothic. And Apothic has been on the podcast as well. And Nate has riddled himself in the middle. Actually, I think the last time that Nate was on, when he was on with Apothic, I think he showed his ass that one. Had to pull that out of there. But here's Nate right here. Tannic was on 321. He's been in the podcast realm for quite some time. I love the fucker. This is his band, Apothic right here. Doors are at 7. All ages 18 plus. Zymergy Brewing Company. This is in Menominee. It is literally an hour away. It is a really cool spot to see a show. The guys are very, very accommodating for beer drinking and hanging out. Really cool cats over there. I went to their Zymergy Metal Fest this last summer for one day. It was a couple days. I didn't make it back. The weather's kind of incremental. I got a bunch of shit wet. I was kind of shitty. Didn't go back. But these guys are really awesome, and they put on great shows, and they've been doing some really fantastic shows over there. So kudos to them. February 20th, go check this one out. It's going to be a hot one. Black metal, all of. Steve Milanich, what? Get out of here, man. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Horns up, man. Holy smokes, I haven't seen that name in a long time. Dude, good to see you. Thank you for joining me, dude. I appreciate you very much. Here we go, another one. Again, with the squiggly logos, dude. I don't know what that says. And Black Magnet. These guys right here. This is on the 20th at the Turf Club. So you got that. It's a KFAI production. Looks like Bill's kind of behind that. Bill Hansen from Roar of the Underground. Thursday nights at 10, I believe, is when they go on. Shout out to Roar of the Underground and Bill Hansen. Bill Hansen actually had a ridiculous thing happen to him just this last week. Don't want to throw any names out there, but he got messed with by somebody in the music scene. And I was really bummed out because Bill is such a good dude. And I can't believe someone would attack him like that. It was bullshit. Bill is a fantastic dude. Go check out Roar of the Underground Thursday nights. This one is actually out of town. This one is a regional show. This is Ex-Hoarder. King, again, with the logos, man. You can read this. If you can read it, you can read it. It's on the screen right there. At the Annex, February 20th, 6:30, 18 plus, or with the Guardian. Look at that. See, this is a cool thing. Tickets at the Annex, Madison.com. Randy Kastner, RK Metal Promotions. I've got a really big show further down the list that I'm going to show you that he does a Blades of Steel Metal Fest. We're going to get to that one for sure. This dude has been putting on some really great shows the last million of years. But he's actually coming to an end. I'm doing some of these shows. I think that the Milwaukee Metal Fest has kind of put a bad taste in his mouth, I think. And these guys, these DIY guys that have been doing this for a long time are kind of pissed off because, Jack Koshik sold it to Jamie Josta, and Josta kind of really doesn't give a shit about these DIY shows that have been popping up since the Metal Fest hasn't been around. So now you got these DIY guys getting kicked in the dick by these bigger cats, and it kind of sucks for them. And I know Randy's not too happy about that. But that is one of Randy's shows. If you're in the market to go see Ex-Hoarder, I seen him with Acid Bath. They put on a fantastic show. Ex-Hoarder's always been killer. Go check them out. Well worth the fucking ticket right there, man. I'm sure Randy always puts on. That's a great venue. I was just talking to somebody about the Annex earlier this week. Fantastic venue. I've been there. I think I seen Cannibal Corpse there. Anyway, but Filthy Cryptid presents Lungs Moles, MOLS, and Desert X. St. Peter. Where's this at? We're going to have to go back into it, huh? It doesn't say. Filthy Cryptid events. Tremendous Brewing Company. February 21st is where that is. Yep, Tremendous Brewing Company. Looks like it is on Mulberry Street in St. Peter. So that's south. Again, folks, this is another one of those places. Tremendous brewing company. They're booking heavy shit down there. I don't know who Filthy Cryptid Presents is off the top of my head right now, but if they're booking stuff down there, I just showed you a couple places in Duluth, folks. And now you got one here down in St. Peter. If you can get St. Peter, throw a little oleander down there in Mankato. You got a little bit of a circle you can do right there, just so we know. And I do still have that list that I'm going to get back to, by the way. I just wanted to share some stuff without boring you half to fucking death about what I think a band should do. Here's another one, Scream at the Sky at Biggs with Fatal Fall, Zenith, and Psycho 78, which I believe they're looking for a drummer as well. This is in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, 3 hours south of us. Again, Biggs Bar. Look at you. Now, there's multiple places. I think Les Watkins is a contact at Biggs Bar right now. I know she does the Slam Dakota. We're going to get to that festival as well. That's further down the list too. But these guys are booking shows and they're pulling bands from the Twin Cities. They want to bring it in transplant us there. And we want to bring their bands over here. So, folks, let's start networking with these folks out there. You've got St. Peter. I gave you the Oleander in Mankato. You've got R.T. Quinlan's and the other one. I don't remember what it was. It was kind of a weird one, wasn't it? Right. R.T. Quinlan's. And then there's another one, right? I missed it. It's got to be before that one. Anyway, there's two. Yeah, there it is right there. The Gopher. Another spot in Duluth. You know what I mean? You got 2 spots in Duluth. You got one down in St. Peter. Hit the one in Mankato. And then you go to Biggs in fucking Sioux Falls. This one is February 27th, 7 p.m. At Biggs Bar. Fantastic. I've been there multiple times for Slam Dakota. I went there for the Acid Bath Tribute Band, Like Murder. Let me see. What else did I see there? I've been there several times. It is a great place to have drinks. Everybody there, all the bartenders are killer. The wait staff and the fucking bouncers are all super cool dudes. During a festival, man, it is the most stressful time when it comes to putting shows on or putting things on and dealing with all the bands and the production and everything like that. So when you have a great staff that's like catering to your fan base and people around you for the fucking bands and everything, it's even more cool. So there you go, Biggs Bar, hit the place up, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's a great one. Flip is back in action February 27th. Turf Club, St. Paul, Minnesota. It says to be announced. I did not research this anymore, but it's fantastic to see Kilo and Brian out there still doing this. I'm not familiar with these 2 new faces in the band, and they've probably been in the band longer than I've known. So, hats off to those guys, man. Friday the 27th at the Turf Club. Go check that shit out. This one is another one too, and I believe this is a younger booker doing this one too. And I've been seeing this Wanderer name, and this one here, Costini. I've seen these 2 bands around for like the last couple months. My dates are all screwed up for the podcast. I'm like way out into May, into June, but I think I'm going to be looking to book these 2 bands right here. I've been seeing these guys quite a bit. If you guys have any info on them, let me know what's going on. Like there, that would be fucking fantastic. Oh, what does it say? Bob Pavlenko runs Filthy Cryptid and is also part of the KMSU Mankato that plays local bands. Hey, look at that. That's fantastic. That's beautiful information. Thank you, Eric from Fragged Out. I appreciate you very much for dropping that little nugget in there. We wanted to know who the Filthy Cryptid folks are that are putting these things down in St. Peter. He would have the information on that. Bob Pavlenko runs Filthy Cryptid and is also part of the KMSU Mankato that plays local bands. 89.7. That is badass. Thank you very much for that nugget. And anybody who is not using that information and all of this information in this podcast, share it with your friends, like and subscribe. We are at 619 subscribers. We're still trying to hit 1,000 at 13 years in. So maybe at 15 or 20 we'll make it. But thank you to everybody who has liked and subscribed to the podcast, and who are in the chat joining us. I can't say thank you enough. Steve Milinich out of nowhere just pops in. Dude, it's been a long time, man. I hope you're well. I hope Mom's well. Mike the Pipe, give Mike the Pipe a smack on the ass. I hope you guys are enjoying riding those motorcycles. I wish I was with you. My back does not permit, sir. But again, thank you. Fragged Out in the house. Simathwa in the house. We Rock the Twin City book creator Keith Carlson in the house. Thank you very much. Again, if you're looking for a nugget of Minneapolis, Minnesota metal history, We Rock the Twin City book, you can get that at No Name Records in Down in the Valley or on their Facebook site. Get a hold of them. Buy it directly. They send you really cool like little tickets as a bookmark too, man, which is dope. And if you got a dirt bike, go pop a wheelie because Craig Rosen is jonesing. He wants to ride a motorcycle right now. Dirt bike wheelie in. El Festero Winter Party. I'm not going to, you can read this. You do what you want with that. If you choose to partake in motorcycle culture and lifestyle, that's up to you. I will not tell you what to do. I support these guys. I support the folks in this club. Very cool folks. I've never had an issue with an El Festero ever. So good ups to them. There's their winter party, February 28th. Go check it out. Lynch Mob, Lita Ford, Medina, March 7th. We're getting into March. Crazy already. We're hitting February up in this bitch. What is that, tomorrow, February 1st? No, Sunday, February 1st. Wowzers, man. Flying fast. 2 months into 2026 already. Castor Valor, March 13th, down at the Otis Tailgaters. I believe this is in Iowa. Yes, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. You can go to my site right there, Chilton 666. You can always hit, if you're looking for shows, man, I go in chronological order from today all the way down. You'll find the shows if they're in town or close by. I just had South Dakota, St. Peter. I mean, Duluth, we're all over the place. Now we're in Iowa. Again, there's another spot right there. If you're looking to go south, why not hit up Tailgater Sports Bar? Hit up Castor Valor. Maybe they've got some sort of ins and outs for that place. You know what I'm saying? You make an Iowa contact right there. Here's another one. Castor Valor in town, March 14th. Looks like with the Midnight Devils. Closed City Terror is actually going to be on next week, actually. Closed City Terror is coming in next week. So big ups to those guys. Saturday, March 14th. Doors at 6 p.m. Show at 6:30. $12 in advance. 18 day of show. That is Zora Darling. Another fantastic club that is doing shows nowadays down in Minneapolis. I love it. I absolutely love it. These new places popping up. Go check it out. Make sure you like and subscribe. Find them, people. Go check it out. Look at Slave Raider, old school shit right here with Rival 5. I believe Rival 5 is a cover band. I probably know somebody in the band. Slave Raider with a guest, Rival 5 at the Medina on March 13th, 8 p.m. Why not go old school if you're into that old school rock and roll, baby? Marching of the Worms. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for the shout out. Old school, outside the murder. Shout right there from the beard. I appreciate you. Here we go, man. Unrest Punk Fest 2026. I like these guys a lot. Infuriate. I need to have them back on here again real soon. I need to hit him up and get him back on here. These guys put on fantastic shows. These guys fight for the people. These guys are, you know what I mean? The punk rock scene has changed so much since I was a kid. But these guys are doing fantastic things, and I need at Clash Drums, another spot here in the Twin Cities, dude. Clash Drums is doing lots of cool shit for shows. Let me see here. This one is 3/21, March 21st. I think I'm on a line there, out of whack. 13/21. Here we go. This the Sync Fest 2, Eagles 34. Let me see. I don't even see if we got more info on this shit. Looks like a Doomfest. What do we got for bands on here, Mirage? No bands. It doesn't show me who's on this. Am I retarded? I'm sorry. Am I goofy in the head? Oh, there it is right there. Look at that. There's the and sponsored by the Shred Den. Look at that. March 21st. Saturday, March 21st. Look at that fancy flyer. Heaviest festival around returns 2026, featuring areas best doom, sludge, low and slow bands, Plague of Stars, Living Through Ghost, Boar, Thunder Goat, Red Vinter, which we had Red Vinter on episode 332. Go check out that episode. Those guys were awesome, and there's another band that I'm going to use as an example for a part of that list that I'm going to get back to here in a second. Let me see here. Yes, so again with the squiggly lines, I don't know what that band says, but here's the flyer. Check out the Shred Den. Go to this show, Eagles 34. Lots of bands. Looks like they're going to announce more bands, but March 21st, the Sync Fest. Yes, sir, Sync Fest. And you know what? I'm going to actually play some more tunes because I have a shit ton to get to. And what did we leave off on there? Let me go. 7. Okay, so I've got a couple more tunes to get to. I got a few more tunes to get to. I'm going to play some more tunes. I actually, like I said just a little while ago, the We Rock the Twin Cities book podcast that we did on episode 331 had Dwayne and Keith Carlson. The guys wrote a fantastic book. They brought in a tune and told a story about this song from The Regime, which is an old school St. Paul band, thrash band, that gets together every now and again. They did get together for Joe Spanbauer's final show with John Stunner Magnuson playing bass and doing stuff for those guys. But this tune was called Man Enough, I believe, and it had a really cool explanation to it. And it had something to do with somebody getting beaten to death, I believe, outside of a bar. If you want to go back and kind of page through that podcast, he goes into, and I believe we played it last or late in the podcast. So you can kind of, if you want to hear the story or watch the whole damn podcast, it's episode 331. But we're going to do that. We're going to play that Regime tune, Man Enough, and then we're going to do Red Vinter, Escaping Velocity. They're playing Northern Wisconsin Metal Fest September 10th through the 12th. I don't think they're playing every day, but they will be there in that time frame. And then the next tune we're going to play is Fragged Out. Scream, Scream, Scream. So stick around, play these few tunes. We'll be back to talk about some more shows. Check you in a minute. Oh, shit. I hit something wrong. We're going to play Red Vinter first.
Machine eats men, it's weak. every trace we were here. Photons escape, viruses are contracting. Nebulous space souls unlock from our bones. astigmatism. The metropolis calls to you, beckoning you into her neon bar luminescence, and she stands outside with a coffin nail pressed between her lips to exhale the passion, hypnotize the hazy swirls. You spin like left, right, left, right, left, right, stop, right, left, right, stop, right, left, cross, I'm taking myself, right, left, right, left, right, stop, right, your left, right, stop, right, left, cross, I'm taking myself. Inside the Envy Lounge, she smokes her cigarette dipped in formaldehyde. She glances and you play out the look at her breast. And the room starts to spin like a 45. Like right now, we're calling you dead. Then right now, we're calling out. Then right now, we're calling you dead. Then right now, spit forever the same brothers on your lips. The same blood on your lips.
the funniest thing about it. Clearly, that was not the regime. That's Damon Cronin, which they just released on the last podcast that we did at that particular time. They've since released another one. They're doing their EP release tomorrow at Eagles 34. Let me see here. Yes, Eagles 34 tomorrow night. Check that out. They were on episode 334. A fantastic band. Again, I messed up the whole list here. I have it in front of me, but I think I went chronological order with the numbers instead of what bands I selected. So I kind of screwed that one up a little bit. Screwed the pooch on that one, buddy. But thank you for joining us. I appreciate you so much for hanging out and listening. Somebody mentioned in the chat here how cool it is to have just a show of more music than anything. So thank you, man. I have a ton of this stuff, and I want to. I'm gonna obviously keep building these, and there's gonna be months when I won't be able to have a podcast like this. So I haven't done one of these in so long. So I've got a ton of music. I've got shit that I didn't even play that I wanted to play, and I figured I just have way too much music and not enough time. I mean, I'm like almost to my run time right now, and I still want to get to a bunch of stuff. So I'm just gonna try to get through it here. Testament coming to town. Overkill, Destruction, and I listened to some Destruction just recently. Wow, that's a band that I forgot about. What a fantastic fucking band, Destruction. March 21st at the Fillmore. Check that one out. Again, you can go to Chilton 666 on Facebook. This is my page. If you want to be friends, I'm okay with that. Come check out my page. If you don't want to be friends, I leave it wide open for you folks to go check out. I keep these in chronological order. Anyway, we're on the 21st. Firehouse coming to town on the 21st as well with Steel Heart at the Medina Entertainment Center. 8 p.m. Go check that out. Again, check this list. Lamb of God coming to town with Kubla Khan from Texas. Badass band. God, those guys are killer. Live at the Armory. Armory is a fantastic place. I've actually seen Lamb of God at the Armory. Really, really good place to see shows too, by the way. Early Prince spot too, if you didn't know that. Another RK Productions right here, man, at the Voivod. I know Mike from Red Vinter was talking about Voivod in the podcast, and that was 332 that they were on Red Vinter. Escaping Velocity, they're playing at Northern Wisconsin Metal Fest in September. Anyway, we were talking about Voivod on that podcast. Here is the show, Wednesday, March 25th. So again, it might be a little out of whack here, but in Madison, Wisconsin at the Crucible. Go check that out. Support Randy's last few shows, I believe. Who knows? Maybe if he gets great turnouts, he'll keep going. I think he should. He caters to some of us older guys. This is some of it's actually older than I actually am into. So it's kind of crazy. So check out the RK Promotions on Facebook as well. You can go there and check out some of his shows. Fantastic. All of these bands kick ass. If Inferior is in the house, I'm definitely looking to play a show with y'all. Yeah, Infuriate's fantastic. I have not seen Mark or any of them guys on the deal, but I want to get them back on here because they've been doing a lot of cool stuff. You forgot to pronounce Squash Shkiboggin on the Lamb of God show. I did I miss him? Oh yeah, they're in the mix there. What is it? Sansugabog or some shit like that, ain't it? Sansugabog. Yeah, that's what it is. They're a badass band. I really, really, really appreciate that band. They are heavy as balls. They crush. If you're a motorcycle enthusiast, the Donnie Smith show is always a fantastic thing. March 28th and 29th. Great motorcycle show in the Twin Cities. One to support for sure. Northern Ruin 2026. Here you go with those ones at Mortimer's, the 28th. Again, Andy left and put this one on. I believe, I can't remember the name of his band. War and Plague, that's who that, War Plague, that's what it is. Yeah, here's the fest. I believe that is his fest, as a matter of fact. But here you go at Mortimer's on March 28th. Again, come here to this page or look at the Ritual Madness podcast page. On the Ritual Madness podcast page on Facebook, I don't share as many as I do on my personal page because for some reason it's a business page and it's the podcast page and they want you to pay for that shit. So They probably snooze me. You probably don't even see this in your feed most of the time if you're watching this. So many people say they don't even see this stuff. So you know where it is. If you're watching this podcast, please tell your friends to go check it out. It's basically a metal calendar. I try to share rap and shit too. Another exquisite show, Filthy Cryptid presents Exquisite Embedded in the Flesh and Aforethought and Paranoia and Mankato. Again, look at this guy. We even said his name in the podcast, in the chat here. Again, I'm going to say it again because, Bob Pavlenko runs Filthy Cryptid and also is a part of KMSU Mankato that plays 89.7 and plays local bands. Here's another person you need to get in touch with to get that cycle going. We got guys in Duluth. We got St. Peter, Mankato. We got Iowa. We've got some shot in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We're going all over the place. We're helping you get an idea of what you can do to get the hell out of this music scene, to go play other places and get people to know who you are. Network, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Get to it. Start talking to people. Book some damn shows. Emperor at the Fillmore. That's a sick show right there. I don't. Squiggly names. You can go to the Fillmore and actually look this up and get more information. Oh, look at, what does it say? Blood incantation. Yeah, special guest blood incantation. Yeah, so there you go. April 3rd. This one's a good one right here. Johnny Rook, Rad Owl, Drown the Lifeguard. I've played these guys on the podcast before. I've actually done a podcast with the drummer of Drown the Lifeguard. If you have not heard this band, Drown the Lifeguard, and if you have the possibility to go see this show at Pillar 4 Room Cafe Bar, April 11th, let me tell you what. Now, take it from me. I love heavy shit. I love great bands. These guys are from, I believe, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, or La Crosse, one of the two. Drown the Lifeguard is a band that I know. Johnny Rook's been around a long time. This is B Gun's birthday show, I think. Brad Gunner said. Anyway, yes, B Gun's 50th birthday show and showcase. Saturday, April 11th, 6:30 p.m. at the Pillar Forum. I'm just saying, right off the top of my head, as I want to get these guys on the podcast. Drown the Lifeguard is a brutal fucking band. They are heavy as balls, dude. They are very, very good. If you have a chance, check them out. They're very cool. This is going to be a good show. Support B Gun. He has been a huge supporter of local bands and the Twin Cities music scene for a very, very long time. B Gun is good stuff. Ooh, that just popped up. All right. Let me see here. We got Gwar. Gogler Strikes Back with Soulfly and King Parrot. This is, I'm not going to, well, I could probably, yeah, there you go. You can see more of the dates. Minneapolis is April 7th. Yeah, so there you go with that one. And then we'll go to this deal. I'm not even going to try to fuck with that, but you guys can check the dates out on this. Again, you can go to my site on Facebook and see all this stuff here. Here you go. Protolith is a band that I've been sharing. Here's their Distro Kid music spot. These guys are heavy as balls. They're very heavy. Very, very heavy. They're looking for a drummer right here, and they've been looking for a little while. I've been sharing the shit out of this for a little while. You have to check these guys out. They're very technical band. Deathcore is shit. Metalcore, they're very heavy as hell. But they're looking for a drummer. If you've got the chops to play with these cats, I definitely would say these are dudes that are going to push hard if they get the right dudes in order, because each one of the guys in here are very solid. They're mean as shit. Cardinal Sun Records says, thanks, buddy. Tell me why you're telling me thanks. You're welcome. If I did I help or did I not help? You said thanks, so I'm hoping I helped. But yes, Protolith is a good one. This is a sick thing, but I don't think they're even coming to Minneapolis. I think this is a Sioux Falls. Yes, Sioux Falls right here. Sioux City, Sioux Falls right here at the district is the closest they're coming to us, I believe. But this is a great, look at this bill, dude. Clutch and Corrosion. That's going to be a good one. Go check that shit out. Cardinal Sun Records. Tell me what you're thanking me for, sir. Here's another one of the myth shows right here. Slaughter to Prevail. I don't need to promote this all that much. Whitechapel Attila. You guys can. Oh, it's begun. Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, hey, no problem, dude. I've been trying to do one of these for a long time. I love those bands. All the bands you work with are always solid, dude. There's no complaints here, dude. If there's any bands you want to try to get on here too, man, let me know. We'll try to get something in. Again, I've got dates in like May and June so far. I know I'm out a little ways, but if it works for you, man, let me know, B. I'll try to do what I can. I'd love to have some folks on. Wastegate, more shows here, April 24th. Helter Shelter. Looks like a skate punk joint in Des Moines, looks like. Another spot, folks. If you're looking to book some shit, hit these guys up. You might get some connects right here too for that. Volsunga Saga, you know them guys will share. Those guys are good cats. They've got some shit coming up too. I don't need to promote this one as well, do I? Amon Amarth and Death Clock coming to the Armory. You guys know about that one. Here's a punk festival. I am not going to try to go through this because I have no idea what is going on with this flyer. There's no rhyme or reason to this. It is all over the place. I support it because it is so crazy, but my mind can't focus on all of that. So if you can read that and make sense of that, it looks like it's cool. Want to sell, swap, rad stuff? 10 p.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday, April 25th. Looks like a swap meet behind the Zirkle Pit Punk Fest, X Fest. Records, cool shit, jewelry, vendors, swap your stuff. It looks cool. I tried to make sense. I can't make sense of all that. If you can, good luck. And here's the pit. These folks, they do a fest every year. I don't know if this is the same fest. This looks like it's a part fest, part swap meet. But these guys do a punk fest. Check that out. Support all that stuff. You know me, dude. I'm supporting everybody. There is another Daemonot tune that they released. Volsunga Saga Ungalant, Volsunga Saga, and Ron Raven. Yeah, Raven. Manson Lamps at Reverb Lounge. Where the fuck is Reverb Lounge at? I don't remember. Reverb Lounge is in Omaha. Look at that. Reverb Lounge. Another spot, folks. Here you go. There's another spot that you can go even further in the loop if you're looking to book some shit. Look at that. Dope, huh? Right there. By the Mississippi Headwaters, played it last year. What you talking about, dog? Eric, what are you talking about? Tell me what you're talking about. But here's the Reverb Lounge. Check that spot out. Trying to get my homie in drummer to join pro. Yeah, dude, that'd be dope. Yeah. That'd be dope. They definitely need to get something going because they're a sick band, dude. Again with the event page shit. Trying to get down to the bottom of some of these fests are way down here. They're in July and shit like that, and September and all that. We've gotten pretty far. We're in April. Yeah, we're way down here. Way down here. Yep, Volsunga Saga. We got some wrestling stuff. I think this is the guys in for the Zymergy guys have something to do with this too, maybe. I know that they helped these guys put some shit on. The Skate Ranch. Looks like Menominee. Yep, the Skate Ranch in Menominee. The Enmity Offensive and Pussfield. I got a chance to see Pussfield over at Zymergy at the last Zymergy Fest. One man band, but very cool cat. Used to be a club brother of mine. So, yeah, go check this out. If you're into fucking raunchy wrestling, watching people get the shit beat out of them, check this out. April 25th at the Skate Ranch in Menominee. Uptown VFW. I'm not going to go with that one. You can look at this one too. Go there, check that out. Steve Vai, don't need to do that one. That's pretty easy. Here's another one at Reggie's, Chicago even. Reggie's, if you don't know Reggie's, you should be put to death. Good spot in Chicago if you're able to get into that spot. Hey, look at this, Enmity Offensive. I've been trying to get these guys on for a long time. I know that they're working some shit out, but they're playing the Northern Wisconsin Metal Fest. They've got tickets. I believe Red Vinter will have tickets available as well, and I think they all pre-sale that shit. Go check out MNMD. I'm gonna text it in MNMD. Offensive Death Cult Liturgy live right there. Check these guys out. Very solid dudes. Good God, Anal Blast guys, and well, I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember. Taking the Head of Goliath. Jake was a vocalist for those guys. I know I'm going to forget. Marilyn Manson coming to the Armory. Creator with Carcass at First Avenue. God, that's going to be a good one, man. Right there, May 19th. That's going to be a fantastic one. Last time I seen Creator was like Mill City Nights or something. Oh, there you go. Zirkle Fest. Okay, gotcha. Mississippi Headwaters played there last year. Cool, man. Yeah. Zirkle Fest. Maybe that's another spot if you're looking to get hooked up with folks too. Cradle Filth coming to town on the 20th. Spite and Muir and all of that. Here's a good one right here down at Woolies in Des Moines. Anders Colsofini, the original vocalist of Slipknot, dude, is doing some of this the old school mate, feed, kill, repeat demo stuff. He's going to be putting that together with the guys down in Iowa here. So go check that out if you guys can do that. Really good one. Emil and the Sniffers. Here we go. Bare Knuckle Brawl. Aaron, the drummer from well, he plays in Bare Knuckle Brawl as well, but he plays in Impaler. That's his other band. Twin Cities Thrash. TCT presents Thrash Attack in Minneapolis. I don't want to. We're really far on the list, and I don't want to do that. It's an all-ages show, July 3rd. By all means, go check it out on the page. Slam Dakota, goodness gracious, at Biggs Bar. This one is July 11th. This one lasts a couple days, and it is one of the best fests in the Midwest for sure. I've been there like 7 or 8 years, six or 7 years, I think. My man Johnny Hawk is trying to get me to go out there this year. I know Glutton for Punishment is for sure on the bill playing it. Kill Everything from Texas. My buddy Brett is playing guitar in that band, and I know he's going to be in town for that. So that is a pretty good push to go there. I love him and his wife. They're good people. Rockfest has a ton of local bands on it. A ton. I can't even like focus my eyes. I see Castor Valor in there. Plague of Stars, Cowboys from Hell as the Hybrid Theory. Those are all local cover bands. Uncle Daddy is playing it. Queens of Reich, those guys are playing. That's Beth, I think is her name. Beth plays in that one, I believe. But there's a ton of local bands playing this show. They all Reaping Asmodea, that's right. They're playing this show. I have that written down, right? Yep, July 16th. And I'm sure they'll have more shows again. Excuse me. I'm trying to rush this a little bit. Here we go, Zymergy Fest. They're back at it again this year. The last year was really cool. They had a fantastic lineup last year. August 21st and 22nd. Always a really good fest. They have great beer at Zymergy Brewing, by the way. We had Justin and John and Dustin on here last year before the fest, and John brought some growlers of the brew from Zymergy. Fantastic brewery. An hour and a half away over in Menominee. Go check those guys out. They've been putting on some fantastic shows. Go check this fest out. Another cool one. Here's a big one as well. There's a bunch of bands. I want to click this because I know it has a shit ton of information on it. I'm just going to click it because it's just cajillions of bands on it. Look at that. That's a ton of bands. Blood War, Squid Hammer, Casket Robbery, The Convalescents. These dudes have been really pushing their asses off, man. I really want to see these guys right here do well, man. And Casket Robbery, They are a great band to watch live. They are really, really good. Harsh Reality, they're making their comeback. They're doing great. They're doing great things. Green Jelly, they're always going to be doing some. Volcano Diving, the Eminenity Offensive right there. Reverend Pokey Bunch, Wayaro. Look at all these bands, dude. I mean, Volsunga Saga, Hill of Crosses. Dude, there's a ton of bands on this thing. It's a 3-day event. I've heard some very good things. I've heard some very bad things. I've heard some reckless things. I've heard crazy things, and I believe all of them are true in this campground. It is an absolute mayhem fest. This has been going on for quite some time, man. Wasco's is a great time. If you could go, I mean, it's late in the year, but if you ever go up to Wasco's, go to that lake, Neckarnabagaba, right there. Go to the lake and go swimming. It's a great swimming lake. We had it. We drank multiple days and went swimming in that lake and played that campground. It was good times. But yes, go check that out. That is September 10th through the 12th. Starts on a Thursday, I believe. Yes, Thursday through Saturday. Tickets are, Jesus, $65, $80 at the door. I think you can get a super good deal if you buy tickets from the bands or some shit. Check with these guys. Hardest stage to jump off. Yeah, yeah, for sure. You don't know how your ankles are going to break if they're going to go left or right. Again, I appreciate everybody tuning in and chatting and all of that other good stuff. I'm trying to get through a ton of stuff. I think I hit a lot of this stuff. I wanted to go back to this list that I had earlier. I was kind of talking about things I think bands should do. I was talking about a logo, a black and white logo. Black and white logo for to have it available on your Facebook page. Black and white logo was one. Doing research for your bands when you're booking shows, for minimizing your losses and respect to the local bands and people that are that are your homies, and trying not to book against each other. Working with your peers in a pro fashion, man, and trying to do things in timely manner. That's fucking so huge. Having your bill ready and built, and going to a venue and having a bill. Okay, so imagine talking to a booker or a buyer and them having a huge calendar, and they've got this thing, national bands booked all the way through the year, and you want to book a show, a local show, at their venue, and you have a full bill booked and ready to go. I mean, you have 4 or 5 bands, and each one of them said they're down for a specific date. You have a multitude of dates. So you're telling your band, okay, we want to go in May. You give them all the dates on all the Fridays, Saturdays, what works for everybody. Everybody agrees on a time frame roughly. You go to that booker, that buyer, and he has holds on those dates. What are you going to do when you have book holds? Basically is saying that a band is going, hey, I want this date, but they don't have the bill confirmed and have the bands booked and ready to go and all in a row. This is what I'm talking about. If you go to a venue as a respectful fucking band that you want to build the show and put things together and put your best foot forward, and you have that bill built already, and you go to them and they have those dates locked, and you say, you know what, if you don't have this date ready to go, like how locked is this date? Because I have a bill built 100%. Every band is ready to go. Throw them bands out there. They haven't played, throw it in their ears that these bands haven't played. You've done your research. These bands haven't played in a couple weeks to a month. Giving enough time for promotion, giving enough time for the bands to succeed and do well. That's something that you want to, put your best foot forward to like, do the right thing and have the best, the best bill possible, the best draw possible, the best, your best foot forward, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Like you want that to be something that they look at and go, yeah, this dude was on point. He had his business together. He had this bill all together. It's going to unlock those dates that those people have locked. And it's going to show that you're more professional if you have it all together. So you got the dates locked. You're ready to go. You're talking to them. Make sure the bands on the bill are ready to promote like it's the last show. Make sure that they know months out in advance, what's going on. Don't ever don't overbook your band in the scene, or make it a point to get your name out regionally. And that's what I was trying to say. Expand your radius with some of the things that we talked about as we were looking at the flyers in here. Some of these areas, down in St. Peter and down in Sioux Falls and down in, or up in Duluth, all these spots. That's what I'm talking about. Breaking into these markets, the best thing that you're going to do is you're going to put your best foot forward and try to get those people there. If you're doing dates too clusterfuck together, you're not going to be able to put your best foot forward and do that. Expand your radius, get out of your region, get going, man. Make a network outside of your region. Get in a van and actually do it if that's what you want to do. Here's another one. Videos. This isn't just an audio world anymore, man. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not an audio world anymore. It's actually audio and visual. Bands that I named, Daemonaut's one of them. Red Vinter's another one. The guys in Fragged Out. Those cats, they've got their shit together to where they're ready to put it out to people and ready to distribute it. Like, you've got to be ready to do that type of shit. For me to use this production to where people already have videos together, it makes it that much easier for me to just go, oh, I can go to your site. You've got a YouTube channel. And I could just grab the videos. Which videos do you want me to grab? It makes it so much easier for me production-wise to be able to play these, and it makes it cooler. Like, people in the chat are even talking about it, like the video thing. MTV's gone. Well, I would love to be able to do this. It's fucking awesome to be able to have local videos, local bands playing their stuff right there. It's dope. That's the way you want to do it. Playing videos, trickling it out to people, having it in people's eyesight. If you don't even have a professional video or don't have the budget to do it, do a lyric video. The band that was awesome. They just sent me some shit to do this production stuff is Close City Terror. Dude just sent me links. That was it. I went to his thing, saw that they all had videos. I took the videos I wanted. They told me that these were the cool songs. These were the ones they wanted to use. This is the thing that they did that I can use it as an example. If you don't have a video or the budget to do a video, you have a digital artwork, right, for your album cover. Use that. Switch it with your information, where they can book you, how they can find you, all your social information. Like, have that switch. Change colors of shit, make it do something cool. That's exactly what they sent me. That's exactly what I think is what people need. Put it all out there. It's not just an audio world anymore, man. Get into the video part of it. You don't have to do some flashy, fancy shit. It just to get your infos out there, your info, your contact info, your socials, your websites, booking info, streaming, where they can find you, and let them hear all your beautiful shit. At the end of those videos, you should be telling them where you're streaming your information, your music from. It's so simple to do this stuff, and you can put it on your Facebook pages. You can just share it, and it'll have all that information that they need. That is another one you have to have. I want to get into this one because this one really affected me last week. I'm not going to use any names. I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say a couple things, and it may make people angry at me, but I'm going to go into this one because I'm right here in this one. So this is something that I wanted to talk to people about. Keeping your mouth shut. Say what you want inside your studio, and don't go on social medias to make points. No one cares. And if the members in your band don't agree with what you're saying, be it political, be it anything, and in this environment right now, like, everything's really touchy. Like, you can't have an honest conversation with a friend on any platform right now, because if you bring up something that somebody doesn't like, they want to attack you over it. So imagine being in a band and you want to do something good for yourself, and you have a guy who's right or left or just fucking a racist or a piece of shit in general, and they go out and say some horrible shit, and you have to deal with it, and each person in your band has to deal with that repercussions of that bullshit. Have some some self-respect and keep your fucking mouth shut is one of the biggest things that I can say. You're not offending the people that you don't like. If you don't like them, you don't have to tell everybody that you don't like them. Keep it in the studio. It has nothing to do with it. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of competition in the musical realm and any type of realm when you want to succeed and be better and do cool shit. There's nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't have to be toxic. It doesn't have to be, fuck that guy, do all that, whatever. You're this way, you're that way, point fingers, all that. If you get what I'm saying, keep your mouth shut. You're a musician. You're not a political fucking activist. Yes, it's great to be fight for the cause and be strong in the cause. I understand it, and it's going to go either way with this. Okay, I support both of. I support all of you to fight for your cause if that's what it is. But a guy like me who stands in the middle and wants to hear on both sides what's going on, just to make it an educated assumption on his own without putting it out into his medium to let people judge, it's my decision. And I was attacked last week, basically. After the last shooting in Minneapolis here, and the first one, I just put out on Facebook that I hope that everybody's okay. I have a lot of friends in Minneapolis. I have a lot of friends all over the place, all over nation, worldwide, dude, honestly. I have friends all over the fucking place. And I just want people to be okay. There's nothing wrong with well-wishing people that they're okay. I'm 53 years old. I'm a grandfather. I'm a parent. I'm not about to go down there into a thing. I'm also a guy who gets riled up really easily. If you know me, you know that. Would I fight for a cause? Absolutely. Do I want to open my mouth and piss a bunch of people off to make my whole brand and everything that I've ever put together piss off because I want to be doxxed by somebody that doesn't think the same way that I do? No, I don't. I wished well on the last shooting here in the Twin Cities, and a mutual friend of mine in the music scene. Well, I thought he was a friend of mine. I've had him on my show. I've been very cordial to him, very respectful to him in all of his projects. He's a fantastic musician and a solid human being as far as I'm concerned. What's unfortunate is that I happen to like something that he didn't agree with. And I specifically just said to him, hey, man, he was like, fuck you. And I said, hey, man, if I'm not allowed to research things on either end of a spectrum to make my own decision, then why I'm in an echo chamber, and why would I want to do that to myself as a human being, as myself? Because yes, I'm part of I have a platform, right? I showcase bands, and that's what this platform's for. But I'm not going to try to force my opinions down your throat or try to get you to. I want you to enjoy in life, the music in life, and things, the negatives that we turn into positives as musicians, if you understand what I'm saying. And for someone to say to me that I shouldn't have liked a specific site because this guy perpetuates Islamophobe or the Somali fraud or whatever the hell, dude just didn't like what I liked. And he was really adamant at telling me about it and wanted me to denounce it publicly. And I'm like, fuck you, man. Like, who the hell are you? Like, I'm an adult, man. I don't need to placate you for anything. But I'm also not shitting on him for what he believes and what he's out there protesting for either. You know what I'm saying? I've always supported this dude, and it's a damn shame that people these days can't stop and fucking take a breath and step back and be human. You're begging people to be human right now, and you're doing the exact opposite of that and not being human towards each other. So fucking get a clue, man. Yeah, you're on other sides. Yes, there's a line. Yes, it's dangerous. Yes, there are people getting snatched up. Yes, there's fucked up shit going on right now. But you can make the fucking change by stopping the bullshit and just listening to people. Being a fucking human being. That's all I'm saying. Shut your fucking mouth. Know your lane. I know mine. I'm a podcaster. I support bands. I'm trying to support people. That's what I'm doing. If you want to dox me for liking things to have a mind, an open mind, You can fuck yourself. I don't need friends like you. I've supported your shit. Don't come at me like that. That's all I have to say about that. Get fucked. I don't have time for it. I want to go back to this list. Never give up on contacting venues. If you have a friend that have those contacts, make those friends share those contacts. Even if they don't call you back, keep trying. Have that bill ready to fire ASAP. If the venue, the buyer has a date on hold, the band, if you swing out there with a full bill belt, flex that muscle, man. Let them know that you got your shit ready to go. Call them back ASAP if you make that contact, and always try to make those contacts fucking happy. Like, go out of your way and try to make those contacts happy at a venue. Very important. Club conduct is a huge one I want to touch on too. Club conduct. Respect that venue. It may be gone. If you drink in the club. I seen this happen at the Slam Dakota. Les had a band from the Twin Cities come on, and I won't say any names, but you know, it was a big conversation inside when we were walking around. And if you know bookers and you know people in podcasts and shit like that, we kind of talk amongst each other, you know. And that was such a big disrespectful thing for Les to put them on the bill and they're outside drinking and shit. Don't do that shit. If you do dope, do that shit outside, or be sneaky about it, man. You know, like weed's legal these days. Like if you're sticking shit up your nose or up your butt or whatever you're doing, like just don't do enough to fall over in the club and make yourself look stupid and make your band look stupid and make, you know, you're just wasting your time, really. If security asks you to move. If the sound guy or stagehand, and this one is in parentheses, within reasons, they can be cunts too, but they can be a factor that makes whether or not you return to the club. That's a huge thing to know. Keep that in mind. Needs you to move your shit. If you're taking your cymbals off while you're still on stage and everybody else is moving your stuff, you're a cunt. That's all there is to it. Share the damn stage. You're not as cool as you fucking think you are. Help other bands get on and off. Always show class. Respect everybody's time. If we're booking shows, man, I want those guys to have as much space up there to be throwing down on that stage to show their best effort up there. You know what I'm saying? I want them to throw down. Why would you want to be the jackass to say you're playing in front of me? Dude, you're not a national band. I've seen local bands do this to each other. It is such a asshole rock star thing to do. It is such an asshole rock star thing to do, is to take up somebody's time and just you not respect the set times and how you get on and off stage and how you help people. Like, show some class, man. Like, get your shit off. Take it all apart when it's off stage, man. Help guys get on and off stage. That speaks volumes to other bands, and they want to book you more and more if you're the guy that helps the show move that much smoother, especially when you're in festivals, when there's, 10-minute changeovers, when they just got to go bing, bang, boom, 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 and you're backlining half the shit. You're sitting on it. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's important for you to respect people's time. This is my last one, and I'm gonna shut it off right here. But this is my last one on this list, and this is, you can go back through the podcast, and by all means, if you find interest in this at all, let me know in the comments, or leave me a comment, or like it. Tell me, send me a message on Facebook or any of this, man. I really enjoy doing these type where I can share more music. I can talk more about the shows. I love that part. I wouldn't necessarily do all of these, like tips, because this is one aspect of an old school guy who's no longer really playing music in the scene. I'm not an active musician. I've just been around for a long time, but I talk to these guys on a regular basis. So I do have my fingers in the pool, right? So this is something that I have to, I love doing these things because I really think these tips do help if you're really paying attention. If you want to know where I'm coming from, what the information that I'm gathering from these people, how I think that it smooths things out a little bit more. The logo thing is really easy to have a black and white logo or a band photo with your logo on it that people can just go to your Facebook and take and use it on a flyer or use it on something that they need it for. So they're not bothering you while you're at work. You can just shoot them a message. Hey, grab it from here. That's simple shit. And then being a professional all the way down the line. This last one is like, hands down, pay the bands you play with fairly. Get contracts if you need be, okay? Even if you're in a local band, if you think that this band is going to pay you your fair wage or fair amount in their mind or in your mind, make sure you talk to them. If you're not talking to other bands about what's getting paid per band or like in per band or, you know, if you're splitting the door, if you're, you know what I mean? Like, get the fucking lowdown. And if people aren't talking to you about this type of shit, that's fishy to me. Like, if you're getting pre-sale tickets, like, what am I expected to pay here or play? Or, you know what I mean? What am I, you know, what am I on the hook for? Am I paying for these tickets 100%? Am I getting a percentage of these tickets? You know, like what is the information? Anybody that's not letting you know what that information is, that's kind of shady business, if you ask me. And if you're not being upfront with people, if you're not showing the breakdown, now like every club does a fucking breakdown. They want to tell you, they want you to know what they paid for, why you're not getting 100% of the door, where the percentage is going to. If the guy putting the show on isn't showing you those breakdowns, you're getting took or he's stealing money from you. That's all I'm saying. The only time that I would pay another band extra money on a bill is if they were from out of town. I always try to allot that. If I'm booking a show and I got a band from out of town, I would always allot a little bit more money for them to get gas money to go back to their spot. And you always take care of those bands because you want to go to their town and get that little extra bit of money to get back to town. You treat them the way you want to be treated. Hopefully you'll get it in return and you get one more notch in your network. You know what I'm saying? It's a fair question to ask to know your guarantees and what you're selling your tickets for. Again, if somebody gets pissed off, they're ripping you off. That's all there is to it. Your time is worth something. You bought your gear. You trained your gear for years. You did this shit. Like, if you're leaving your studio space, you definitely 100% deserve a little sum to either pay the studio rent, to get it to that next recording, to maybe get that video that I'm talking about, to do any of that shit. That's what I'm saying is know your worth, man. Play the shows, minimize the shows. Don't go crazy unless you're releasing a bunch of stuff. Even in that, trickle effect that shit. You know what I mean? Be solid, stay safe. You know, man, I appreciate everybody who's tuned in. Everybody who's hey Johnny, I actually hit you up. I shouted you out earlier, man. Thanks for joining us late in the show. John's always good for a good joke or two in the comments. But thank you for tuning into the show. Thank you for watching it later if you have. If you like me doing these more videos and covering the shows, I would love to do more of them. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. I got a couple more tunes I want to play. That's pretty much what I wanted to hit. I don't think I kind of went off on a tangent with getting attacked. That was the thing. Oh, I wanted to kind of talk about this. Nah, fuck it. I won't do that. But lots of great shows coming up, man. Make sure you go to the Ritual Madness podcast page on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Like and subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to make the push to 1,000. I've been working on this push for quite some time. Yeah, I showed out Slam Dakota as well, buddy. I just talked about that as well. Tickets and supporting your bands, all of that shit, man. Make sure you do all of that shit. Again, folks, if you like me doing this style of podcast where it's just me in the studio playing videos, talking shit, tell me in the comments. I would totally dig to do these again. I will make time for it. I will scratch out time to do one or two of these, or at least once a month. That'd be really fun to do. I know I've been talking about doing these, but I enjoyed it. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you very much. I've got a couple more tunes. I've got now I know the F-All, Strands is one of them, and they're playing February 6th, Jim Odegaard 1-year memorial show at Club Underground. That's February 6th with Moloch, Slag, and I can't remember the other one. I'm not going to go back up and find it, but hold on, damn it. I'd be a shitty host if I didn't, right? Here we go. I'll flip it on the deal one more time here. All right, there we got this one there. Those guys are playing February 6th. Tomorrow is the Damonot show at Eagles 34. Sex Hale again is tomorrow at Stone Arch. We've got the F All. Strands is one of the songs, and I'm not sure which one it is, but I think the Regime song is in here. And I don't know if his Regime song is next or if it's the last song. So these last two songs are the F All and the Regime. Cross my fingers. I had a list, but I fucked it all up. So again, thank you all for joining us. Like and subscribe. If you haven't already, we're making that push to 1,000. Eventually we'll get there. Enjoy these last two tunes. If you're in a band and you want to jump on the podcast, man, send me some stuff. Ritual Madness Podcast at Gmail. Or make sure you put submission in the link there, or in the header, submission, and then your band. If you want to get on, we'll do a Zoom call. We'll do whatever. Listen to these tunes. I'm going to fuck off. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for sticking around if you did. Have a good night. Cheers.
ritual.